There is an ingredient that's way more important than being the best in the world, and it's called relatability. For those of you who are thinking about publishing any type of content, I was literally interviewed just now on this podcast. The guy Trevor, the podcast name is UK Business Show. It's a UK-based podcast, and he was asking me about building online courses, and I realized that building courses is very similar to building any type of content. There are similar principles that apply. So let me just tell you a couple of things. If you ever thought about publishing some type of content, maybe Instagram content, videos, posts, perhaps building a course, maybe writing a book, whatever it is, then there are some of similarities and some of demons that hold people back. So one thing that I want to talk about is that a lot of people make a mistake of believing that if they are not world-class at something, they shouldn't teach it, right? So people often think that they have to be literally the best in the world in order to teach it. But this is simply not the case. There is an ingredient that's way more important than being the best in the world, and it's called relatability. Okay, so if you want to teach others, you have to be relatable. And I'm sure, back at school, or maybe you're still at school, I don't know, you had that one teacher, hopefully more than one, who was amazing, right? Nice, cheerful, always positive, and the chances are he or she was relatable. We like people who are relatable. We like to look at people and see some of ourselves in them. And if you want to be a great teacher, no matter what realm, whether it's online or offline, whether it's an online course or in a book or in a blog article or even Instagram video, you have to be relatable. You have to create content in such a way that people, when they see you, they can resonate with you. You don't need to be the best expert in the world. You just have to know more than your target audience, have passion for your topic, have legitimate knowledge, and be relatable. And I'm not sure if you saw the movie called Catch Me If You Can with Leo DiCaprio. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's a tremendous movie. I'm gonna make a spoiler now, okay? Because there is a part in the movie where Leo DiCaprio, he was just a kid, he was a teenager, maybe 15, 17 years old, and he went into this class and this big bully pushed him. So he decided to play a little prank, and he ended up pretending that he was the substitute teacher. So in that role, Leo DiCaprio was pretending for half a year to be a substitute teacher. At the end of the movie, the FBI agent asks him, "Hey, how come you managed to pretend to be a teacher for half a year? You were not a teacher, you were just a student. You didn't have the knowledge to be a teacher." And what he said really stuck with me. And he said, "Look, I didn't have to know everything. I just had to be one chapter ahead of my students. I just had to be one chapter ahead of my students." This is powerful because it essentially shows you that you don't need to know everything. You really don't need to know everything. You just have to be ahead of whoever it is that you are teaching. And you see, a lot of people don't realize it. A lot of people think that if you want to teach, you have to be the best in the world. No, you don't. If that was the case, then we would have just a couple of teachers out there. Everyone is different. Everyone brings something else to the table. So it's important that you bring your own uniqueness to the table. You are being yourself, and that's it, guys. So if you want to produce content, remember about that. And another thing is that if you really want to produce great content, you won't do it overnight. It takes practice. It takes practice. For example, a lot of people ask me, "Hey Jimmy, how come you can just do those live videos out of nowhere spontaneously and just talk and read comments at the same time and just create content?" And the simple answer is, well, I've been doing this for so many years. I've been building videos for over 7 years, actually more than that, building courses for 7.5 years, building videos even longer, reading a ton, learning a ton, right? Talking to all types of people, learning languages. So there's a lot of content in my head because of that. But what people don't realize is that it's not an overnight thing. You just have to keep practicing and keep getting better.